Alright, pretty much just decided to press record, see what happens. I'm gonna do a Easter vlog, talking, I don't know, just about my complex relationship with the figure, mythical or whether you think he's mythical or not, of Christ. And since it's Easter, I guess this is appropriate, isn't it? So my complex relationship, if you will, with the mythical figure of Christ. Well, arguably mythical, but probably mythical. So I've always I'm not a Christian. I'll start off by saying that. I was brought up a Christian, but I've never, in my adulthood, in my adulthood, I've never been a practicing Christian. For a number of different reasons, simply I don't believe the creation myth. I believe that, if anything, it's a metaphor. Probably a lot of Christians agree with me on that, but I think basically the creation myth is a metaphor. I believe evolution happened. I believe most, if not all, stuff in the Bible is made up or as a mythological construct of. I read this book about the. This is kind of related, about the Shining Ones by Philip Gardner. It's kind of order who've got hidden knowledge, and they've been going through the centuries, starting off these religions and stuff. Anyway, that's kind of unrelated, but I just thought I'd throw that in there. So anyway, I'm not a Christian, but paradoxically, I've always admired the mythical figure of Christ. Now, why is this? Because he cared about more than just himself. He was a revolutionary for his time, assuming he existed, and he's a revolutionary, wasn't he? I mean, he wanted to change the world for the better, and that in itself, I think, is commendable. Even if he did get nailed to a cross for his troubles, the very fact that someone wants to change the world for the better is a commendable thing, I think. And this is part of the complex thing I've had of the figure of Jesus Christ over my life. Is I've always admired the myth of Christ, that thinking that such a man could even exist. Yet I've never been a believer in all the stuff that comes with it. And in terms of organised religion, I think that can actually be a force for evil, if anything. It depends on people, doesn't it, really? Religion by itself is not evil. I don't think you can say religion's evil. It's a set of beliefs. It's not inherently evil. But what people can do with the things people can use those beliefs to justify, it's all down to interpretation, isn't it? I mean, you could say, you could quote a bit of scripture and say, right, this means this, because I think it means this. This is what I think God was trying to say, which is kind of stupid, really, I think. But yeah, basically what I'm trying to say is, it's people that fuck up, religions. It's not in religion themselves. yeah, but I'm getting back to my original point now. Kind of rambling now. Didn't really plan this one. I've always admired Christ. I think if the world, people live more like Christ-like lives, we live in a better world, basically. That doesn't mean you have to be completely Puritan and all that stuff. It just means, you have to forgive others, you have to be generous, all that stuff. It doesn't mean you can't ever have sex or I don't know, you can't, I don't know, it's just sex is the first thing that comes to mind, like, because I've got a dirty mind, I don't know. Or sin. Anyway, yeah. Have we got much more to add? I don't think I have. Yeah, that's just basically a few thoughts on Jesus Christ, I guess. What the figure has always meant to me, and it's always meant a lot because I've been brought up in the Church of England, though I don't practice myself. I actually identify myself, my religious beliefs, if you can call them that. I don't think you really could. My beliefs on the existence is pantheist. I'm a pantheist. I now consider myself a pantheist. It's only recently that I have considered myself. I need to investigate it more. But yeah, so what pantheism basically is you think you would create God with everything in the universe, or the cosmos, what everything is God, and we are all parts of God. And that's my basic spiritual belief, if you will. I don't see God being this a being that concerns itself with the lives of individuals. If there is some kind of God, it'd be a rule, something that set rules at the very beginning of the Big Bang. Perhaps I don't know, some kind of force. Who can know that really? You can't know that unless you were there to observe it, which no one of course is, because it's the Big Bang, the start of everything. Anyway, yeah, fucking rambling for this one. I hope I've made some interesting points. Just gone over a few of my views on Jesus, Christianity, and my own personal, or this point, spiritual, if you will, spiritual. It's not really spiritual, it's more a kind of vague belief in something. Rather, I used to be quite atheist, I'd say. I went for a long stage being agnostic. Then I decided, I'm atheist. I don't believe in God. And then I reevaluated myself, and I realised, I actually believe in pantheism. And that's where I am now. Anyway, that's my vlog about my Easter vlog, I guess. About a whole host of things. I'll shut up now. Goodbye.